walking down the street, we get the funniest looks from everyone we meet. Hey, we're the monkeys. People say we monkey around, and we're too busy singing to put anybody down. We're just trying to be crazy. Come and watch, sing and play. We're the young generation, and we got something to say. Hey, hey, we're the monkeys. You never know where we'll be found. So you better get ready. We may be coming through your town.
If you liked Covered Wagon, Beyond From Here to Eternity, they can't be the Marx Brothers, they're too young. Columbia Pictures presents The Monkees. Mickey, Davy, Mike, Peter in Head. That's right, Head. What's it all about? Only Victor Mature's hairdresser knows for sure.
Are you kidding?
Looks like a nice guy, and I like his smile. Go on, see if you can hit me just once. Just once.
Don't, Davy. Please don't.
Head is the most extraordinary adventure, western, comedy, love story, mystery, drama, musical, documentary, satire ever filmed.
Salesman, where you gonna go sell all of your goods today? Salesman, gonna walk along the street, see friends along the way. Salesman, with your wooden cart that you push along while you walk. Salesman, with your little dog whose tail wags when you talk. You always will smile. You love him fast and you reply.
Hey, let's play ball.
In the house?
Sure.
Hey, what are those things anyway?
They're Nerf balls. Spongy foam. That doesn't hurt anything.
Nerf balls.
You got your nerve.
Hey, so where did you get these Nerf balls from, Mick?
From Kool-Aid, free. You send in the top of 20 packs of regular Kool-Aid or 10 packs of sugar-sweetened Kool-Aid to Kool-Aid, P.O. Box 600, Bradley, Illinois, and get a free Nerf ball.
A nerf's a nerve.
This is Marcia Brady. Well, there's something important I have to tell you.
Marcia?
Mrs. Robbins, I have to call you back later. Bye. Hi.
Hi. That's the album my manager promised you.
Oh, thanks. But how did you ever
Well, I
know-
heard what you said over the studio microphone.
Oh, Mom. This is my dad. I mean,
No, I'm her father.
you know
That's
which
who
is which.
Well, would you two excuse us?
Yeah, we were just going in the other room.
Is it all right if I sit down?
Oh, yes. Sit down anywhere.
Anyway,
Yeah, anywhere.
You know, I'm sorry about the mess that you're in because of that letter I wrote to you.
Oh, no. It's my fault. I never should have promised I'd get you to sing at the prom.
Well, it's my fault, too. I promised you something in that letter. When is your prom?
Friday night?
Okay, Friday night it is.
You're a real shit. You know that, Dan? I knew it. You knew about this all along, didn't you? Well, you listen to me, little brother. She doesn't exist. As far as I'm concerned, I don't have a sister.
From Los Angeles and very obligingly agreed to get up at midday to be interviewed. So first I asked him to trace his career immediately following the breakup of the Monkees.
After the Monkees quit, I started the First National Band and did that for a year or so, a couple of years. And then I got into some production and my own kind of record thing.
Her name was Joanne, and she lived in a meadow by a pond. She touched me for a moment with a look that spoke to me of her sweet life.
Pardon me, my good man. Trouble, mister?
No, thanks. We already have some.
Yeah, well, I think my brother down the road can help you fix your bus there. Come on, I'll show you the way. Mount up, Fenwick. Chin up, and, Fenwick. Watch out for the natives.
Natives? Natives?
There's wings to the thought behind fancy. There's wings to the thought behind play. And dancing to rhythms of laughter makes laughter the rhythm of rain.
Do you intimidate people?
Yeah, I'm afraid I do sometimes. I don't mean to particularly, but part of it's from that insecurity. You know, one of the reasons that people build up these skills at, say, intellectualization is
feeding the monster.
Well, it's out of insecurity, you know, and when you're raised thinking, and I was raised basically with the tenet of perfection is barely tolerable.
More musical merriment now as the Monkees continue.
Yes, I better keep on going wherever it is she's going to. Give her my autograph and tell her it's been nice knowing you. 'Cause she's the star, she only lives to please young celebrity. Yes, she's the star, how can I love her when I just don't respect her?
Well, I'm down here with Peter Tork. Happy New Year's, Peter.
Hi, Nina. This is me, Peter Tork, and I'm down here talking into your, oh my God, well, as long as I'm not getting wet.
Peter, I hear that you're putting together the Monkees again. Can you tell us a little?
Balderdash. Those are lies. A car, Vile Canards, yes, I'm not putting, no, I have a group, and it's called the New Monks, which is because music is the new religion, and we're all priests of the new religion, which is music. Get it?
I get it.
I'll give you 2 bonus points. I'll give you 2 bonus points if you personally, and not Nick, because Nick knows them all, if you personally can remember all your 6 hits from 1967.
My 6 hits?
Yeah.
I'm a believer.
I'm a believer.
Clarksville.
Lost Train to Clarksville.
Be free. No, I don't think that was a B-side.
No, that flop.
Wait a minute. Thank you! Little bit me, little bit you.
Yes.
Stepping Stone.
Yes. No. What?
No. Randy Skalsky.
Over here, we retitle that over here.
Alternate
yes,
title.
I think you deserve 2 points for remembering at least somewhat.
Today with a look back at the antics of 4 young men called the Monkees. Four fun-loving, zany musicians clowning around singing songs. NBC hoped the idea would strike a familiar chord, and it was fairly obvious when the Monkees went on the air in September 1966 that the show was inspired by the Beatles' popular movies.
The Monkees series was to Hard Day's Night as your average burglar is to a Beverly Hills silverware set. It's a straight rip-off. Yes, we took.
Everybody says the Monkees couldn't sing, and they could sing. Basically, of course, Mickey Dolenz took lead on I'm a Believer, and Davy Jones sang the lead on I Want to Be Free. They were very melodic. I took a chance with the first song I was very nervous about, Last Train to Clarksville.
Take the last train to Clarksville and I'll meet you at the station.
That song, along with other hits, earned more than 5 gold albums for the group.
Here we come.
Prepare and freeze your meals in advance. Take the phone off the hook. And don't even bother getting dressed. Because this Sunday is Pleasant Valley Sunday. And you're not going anywhere until you've seen all 45 Monkees episodes in a row. Monkees All Day Sunday. Monkees, nothing but Monkees. And nowhere but MTV. So join us couch potatoes on Sunday.
Not just stepping stone. Then underneath the arches in the
were made for TV rock and roll. They were made for TV rock and roll then. When it came to good time music, they were definitely for real. In fact, they were more fun than a barrel of monkeys. Davy Jones, Peter Tork, Mickey Dolenz, and Mike Nesmith went bananas once a week in our living rooms. And we marched right out and bought millions of their records. In 1986, 3 of the 4 Monkees, all but Nesmith, reunited. They went on a successful tour and cut an album. And now Davy Jones has written an autobiography called They Made a Monkey Out of Me. And I spoke with Davy Jones recently. One thing I got from the book is the fact that before the Monkees, you were in showbiz early as a little tot and had great success.
Well, I've always been short. I was 12 years old when I first started, and it was with the BBC doing radio and television. And then in 1962, I came to New York to play the Artful Dodger in Oliver. So I have had an active career. I do always say that I'm a working actor, and I do like to work. And so whether it's the Monkees or whether it's the theatre or whether it's television, to me, I'm not one of those guys that's made a bundle and then says, that's it for me, I'm off to something else. I really think show business is definitely something that I'm going to stay with for a while, till I get it right, of course.
People born in the audience tonight, actually, as well. We play, in fact, the audience demographic is getting younger and younger and younger.
What's great is when the mothers come up with the kids, fighting for the autograph. No, me first, no, let go, get on.
The biggest thrill for the fans was that Michael Nesmith agreed to join his old friends for the first real reunion of all 4 Monkees in 19 years.
I saw her face.
In Hollywood, I'm Dale Horimoto, USA Today.
You guys don't get along with Michael, right? You hate him because he would not rejoin the Monkees on the reunion tour.
My father said never speak ill of the dead.
Really? So that's it for Michael Nesmith. But Michael Nesmith, one of the Monkees who wore the ski cap, no, he didn't rob banks. But the point was he wore the ski cap because he was what, going bald?
Well, he was well bald, wasn't he?
Yes.
That hat came with the hair, actually.
This is a bitter, bitter man, isn't it? But he's very wealthy because he is heir to the whiteout fortune.
But he's cheap, very cheap.
Very cheap
He
guy.
wakes up in the morning, looks underneath the bed to see if he's lost any sleep.
Were you legitimately angry that he would not... Were you legitimately angry that you did not get to go on tour with him?
I was legitimately angry that I wasn't his mother's son.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, I want you to meet Josh Goldsilver, Pretentious Artists.
Hey, I'm a big fan, guys. Love you to pieces. Look, I am hip to the whole Seattle coffee house, slam dancing, stage diving schmagaggy, huh?
What's this guy talking about?
Let me put it more simply. 50 big ones in advance.
Oh, we get it. We'll be great tonight, Mr. Silver Gold, sir.
Gold, silver. You're beautiful, guys. Don't ever change.
What was it like going from virtual unknowns to pow? You were everywhere.
I always felt very special. You know, the Monkees went to 38 countries around the world, so it was a big, grand thing, and it's still a big thing. People come to me now and they say to me, do you know who you are? Now, it's changed over the years. It was Jackie Stewart, and somebody come out, and now it's Dudley Moore. They're talking to me saying, you're Dudley Moore, aren't you? I say, that, what do you mean you're a hooker? I thought I was doing so well. So I do all things, and I'm not unapproachable, you know, and I think that's was the attraction to me as the monkey, you know.
Do you have a favorite episode of the Monkees?
My favorite episodes were when we were outdoors, because I'm an outdoors person. It's a job, but also it was party time too, because we'd have our lunch packs and we'd be sitting in Malibu on the beach eating our, you know, sandwiches, and You know, everybody was sort of having a good old party.
'Cause I'm leaving in the morning, and I must see you again.
Let me ask you, was it a good experience for you when you look back?
For me, it was very good. There is some Amar chord, you know. I mean, I'm grown
Now,
up.
see, I don't know what Amar chord means, so.
Well, it means I remember, and it's from a Fellini film, which kind of colors the past so that you remember the good stuff. We tend not to remember the pain.
Well, part of the misconceptions, or some of the things that people talked about, said that you didn't want to go back and play with the Monkees, and that's why for 20 years you guys were split apart.
Well, you know, the press just had a field day with the Monkees by and large. I mean, one of the great and most peculiar things that ever happened to me was when the media began to report with genuine alarm that the Monkees were not a real band.
This was huge news, right?
Big news, yeah. I kept thinking, well, gee, and I guess it was the same guy that reported that Sally Field couldn't fly because there was...
I'd do it in a second. The fans will dig it. They've waited long enough. I've just got to get the other lads to agree. I think I can convince them. I'll say, lads, the time has come to eat our pizza crust first.
Good idea, Ringo. Cool.
Yeah. Stuffed crust pizza from Pizza Hut with cheese baked into a new, thinner crust. You'll want to eat it crust first. Now with free garlic dipping sauce.
Wrong, lads.
Large is $9.99.
Take the last train box, I must hang up the phone. Can't hear you in this noisy railroad station. No, and I don't know if I'm gonna come in. Here we come, walking down the street. We get the funniest looks from everyone we meet. Hey, hey, we're the Monkees, and people say we monkey around. We're too busy singing, put anybody down. We go wherever we want to, do what we want to do. We don't have time to get restless, we're always in something new. Hey, hey, we're the Monkees, you never know where we'll be found. So you better get ready, we may be coming to your town.
Invisible Mom, too. When a wealthy industrialist leaves his fortune to a long-lost grandson.
The sooner we dispose of the little nuisance, the sooner we'll have everything we ever wanted.
These people are Eddie's last living relatives. I'm rich. Oh, yeah. Who built this place? Boris Karloff?
And the boy's real mother comes out of hiding.
If they get their hands on him, they'll kill him.
Air today, gone tomorrow.
Your first look at the new Monkees TV movie. Who's playing the guys? The scenes where they met the Beatles and Jack Nicholson. And the documentary about the breakup of the real-life band.
That's next on Entertainment Tonight.
The Monkees, yesterday and today, your preview of the TV movie about the band.
Then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer.
And the new special about their real-life breakup.
I'm not your stepping stone. I'm not your stepping stone. You're trying to make your mark in society. You're using all the tricks that you use on me.
You may not recognize this quiet, wealthy, middle-aged resident of Carmel, California, but you probably know him from the musical group he was once a member of. Since the 1970s, Michael Nesmith has worked on his own music, helped create MTV, produced movies like Repo Man, and turned his hand to writing novels. When people say your name, how would you like them to define you? Musician, futurist, entrepreneur?
Just never crosses my mind.
When I needed sunshine, I got rain. And then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer.
Was the one that started it all, written by Tommy Boyce and Bobby Hart.
The sad news today about the death of Davy Jones was a huge mortality reminder for an entire American generation. A lot of people, of course, can still name all four Monkees: Davy Jones, Mickey Dolenz, Peter Tork, and Michael Nesmith, the one always in the knit hat. And among American girls in the late 60s, a lot of them will tell you you were either a Davy Jones girl or a Mickey Dolenz girl. Peter and Michael not so much, as they were more the brooding artist type. So when we learned today that Davy Jones had died at the age of 66, it had a whole lot of people thinking back. Davy Jones was the consensus choice cutest monkey with the floppy hair and the British accent that regularly caused swoons to break out, and the men behind the Monkees knew he was worth his weight in gold. The Monkees were made for TV, literally, and their music fans tuned in, not quite realizing that what they were watching was nothing less than the birth of the music video. He was born in England just as World War II had ended. He originally trained to be a racehorse jockey, but then discovered acting and singing, and later witnessed a history-making moment in music. He was in the play Oliver, performing a number on the Ed Sullivan Show the same night as the Beatles' famous American debut. He watched from the wings and thought to himself, that wouldn't be a bad way to make a living. When love comes knocking at your door. The record company had the same idea, and the Monkees exploded. In 1967, they sold more albums than the Beatles and Stones combined. And a lot of it was thanks to the heartthrob who sang lead vocals. Davy Jones was 66 years old. He leaves behind a wife and 4 daughters.
Stacked up all around him, from up killing in the market on the wall. The children looking minus there as they found him in his counting house. Nothing counts but more. And he thought he heard the echoes of a penny whistle band and the laughter from a distant caravan, and a brightly painted line of circus wagons in the sand, fading through the door into summer.
Here we come. In the fall of 1966, 4 madcap musicians, a mix of the Beatles and the Marx Brothers, made their debut on American television.
Hey, hey, we're the Monkees, and people say we monkey around.
For the next 58 episodes, the Monkees would turn pop culture upside down.
Don't you want to be famous, the idol of millions?
No, we just want to be revered by a small minority.
A small minority?
Small minority, small minority. Like a tribe of African pygmies. Get it? Pygmies, huh?
Half a century later.
Does the big 5-0 mean anything really to you guys? Or?
Well, you have to ask us a lot.
Mike Nesmith, Mickey Dolenz, and Peter Tork are still monkeying around.
They say you need love to love.
They also unearthed an unreleased vintage Monkees track that features the late Davy Jones, who died of a heart attack in 2012.
David was something.
His loss was completely unexpected to you guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The youngest of us to go first.
When you first had to go out there without Davy, how did that feel?
Mickey said, well, how am I going to sing Daydream Believer?
Right.
And I said, well, you can't. It doesn't belong to us anymore. It belongs to them.
Sing along with Davy!
Do you think this could be your last tour?
No, we're going to retour again next year.
You are.
Absolutely. We'll tour until one of us drops, and the other will go on as the monkey. Hey, hey, it's the monkey. And people say, I monkey around.
So you better get ready. We may be coming to your town.
Zilch, Mr. Davalina, Mr. Bob Davalina, Mr. Davalina, Mr. Bob Davalina.
Zilch, China Clipper calling Alameda. China Clipper calling Alameda.
Zilch.
China Clipper calling
Alameda.
Alameda.
Self-defense.
China
Never mind the
Clipper calling
furthermore, the plea
Alameda.
is self-defense.
Zilch.
Never mind the furthermore, the plea is self-defense.
It is of my opinion that the people are intending. It is of my opinion that the people are intending. It is of my opinion that the people are intending. It is of my opinion that the people are intending. It is of my opinion that the people are. It is of my opinion that it is of my people that the Timothy.
Never mind the furthermore, the plea is
It is of my opinion that the people are intending. It is my opinion that the people are intending. It is my opinion that the people are intending. It is my opinion that the people are intending. It is my opinion that the people are intending. It is my opinion that the people are intending. China Clipper calling Alameda. China Clipper calling Alameda. China Clipper calling Alameda.